Hello, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to do our mid-June garden tour of 2025. I'll give you a quick view of what we got going on and where we're going. We're going to take a quick stop by right here. And this is just my little mini greenhouse. I've got a succulent in here and a China doll. We just got a snake plant here. And we'll take a walk down out here. And then what we're going to do for most of this tour is I'm going to vanish for you and get in the mode here so that I can see where I'm aiming the camera and stuff. How about we do that here? This is our grapevine that we picked up. This one's called Autumn King. This is brand new. It just came off plant patent last September in 2024. So I found a place to buy it, and it's now in my grape collection. You'll see here, these are our garden beds that we're tearing out, and you can see how they've gone bad here. We've gotten good 16 years out of them, can't complain. And I've been taking the soil that's left in them, and I've been mixing it with some garden soil amendment and using it in the container garden that you'll see soon. On our western fence here, you can see our grape jungle. It's going to have its own video coming up soon here. We're going to get this beast under control. I've been kind of really neglecting it. In some earlier videos, you've seen our bush beans here that we have going. They're all mulched, they're on drip, and we got 3 varieties here. We've got a green bean, a yellow bean, and one that comes out purple. So we'll see how they do this year, and they'll finish up relatively early in the whole scheme of things since they're a bush bean, and we'll probably look at tearing out this bed. This here is our 4 o'clocks. This is an experiment gone wrong. One year we decided just to plant 4 o'clocks because we didn't plant a lot in the beds. So we decided to plant these guys. I don't water them anymore. They well established themselves in this bed. They come up all the time. We'll leave them. When it comes time to tear out this bed is when they'll come out, and we'll start new ones where we want to have them permanently. And then we have over here on this side of the path here, we've got a container that's waiting to be rejuvenated. We've got a blackberry bush that got devastated by the gopher. And we've got a sage here that's been heavily encroached in with grass. So you can see my wonderful projects. And if we step here and look this way, we've got a garden bed here, and we're going to be using this one to grow our zucchini and yellow squash. We had to go out and pick up a couple of zucchini plants because what we planted wasn't coming up. Then I planted more seeds. And then guess what? As we were planting these ones that I bought, we found that there were a couple coming up. So we'll see what happens. Our yellow squash isn't doing too good here. Not sure. Gave them a little bit of fertilizer, get it all mulched in, so we'll see if we can recover them. If not, we'll have to go pick some up. This bed's just waiting for some crops. We'll get probably some beets put into here. A lot of times you don't want to do beets in the summer because they can get woody. But because of where our climate is and we cool off so much every night, we haven't had the woody problem. And as well, we harvest them a little early. Another container waiting for rejuvenation. A wonderful lavender plant that just couldn't cope with it. This here is where you're seeing we're prepping. We're going to end up being putting fruit trees here, and they'll be raised above everything. This is our back bed here. We have cucumbers, watermelon, and different types of cantaloupe through this whole bed. It's 12 feet long, 30 feet wide. We just mulched this in yesterday. Everything's coming up quite well. And then back over to our west fence here, you'll see the ending of the jungle. And we move into Blueberry Row here. Unfortunately, we're not going to get too much of a harvest this year. The birds seem to found us. And I'm not sure where their permanent home's going to be yet here for these guys. I've been moving around trying to find the best place. And once I do, they're going to have a net house. We've had this happen before. It's no fun. And then, of course, this is our garden shed. We keep all our tools and everything in there. And our workbench and stuff. Some people put flowers on it. I use it as a place to kind of put tools and stuff as I'm working on different projects. This is our raspberries. They sit on this corner right here because in the afternoon, this actually provides shade for them here with the shed. And you'll see here we got a blueberry, another blueberry, and a third blueberry that way. And then you come along here, and on the other side right here, we've got our citrus trees. And we'll be doing a nice little video on doing some summer pruning and cleanup and such. They haven't been put on the drip yet. And you can see here, all of our citrus here, it's been set up into kind of a little cove, just to kind of form like a little room in your garden. And then you're seeing a whole bunch of things around the garden sitting on what someday will be our strawberry bed here, because it's up about 31 inches. We have a blackberry bush here in a pot that we've had going for quite some time. It looked like it was going to give us a great crop, but just like the blueberries, the birds took good care of that. And if we swing back around here, you'll see here's where those pots we were putting in. And then our biggest item this year is, because the beds were going to be taken out, I decided to do a container garden this year. So you'll see that we have a collection of peppers down through here. Here we have tomatoes and eggplant. We've planted some basil in with the tomatoes. Some of it's having a hard time because it was planted, especially this row we're looking at right here. This was planted before the heat wave. So it kind of got cooked just after it got planted. So it's taken it a while to recover. We spin around here. These are items that we just put in and mulched yesterday. So that's a wonderful thing. They're all mulched up. These nice tomato plants. We got some pepper ones on the end here. Room for a few more sets of pots. And then you'll see some other peppers right here. And I'm going to use this to kind of cut through. And these are potatoes. The potatoes are mixed this year, up through right here. These are all russet potatoes. These are doing awesome. They've been well fertilized. You can see that they're blooming. These two ends took the longest coming up. When we do the potato harvest video, I'll cover some stuff I've learned here for this year's crop. And then you're going to see here the section of potatoes that haven't been doing so well. A lot of this area here is because of watering issues, unfortunately, and not getting enough fertilization. So, you know, we're going to see what happens, and we're going to see what we get. These are, if I turn this way for you, up right here, these are the Yukon Golds. Down through right here, these are the red Lesotos. So this will be a mixed crop. We'll have to see what happens. And then we come around here and you can see my new thing that I did here. A nice little shade house. And we're going to set up some hydroponics in here. Plants that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. And our next strawberry experiment, which you'll be seeing the video coming out real soon for. And then we're going to do a hydroponic system right here. We're going to do a video on that for you. But I want to thank you for joining us. Click that subscribe, that like button, you know, all that stuff that people tell you to do. You know, do it if you like. Yeah, it helps me out. If you like to, you know, buy stuff, you don't have to buy what I recommend. But click those Amazon links and come join me. And then stay tuned so you can see how I take care of my jungle. Thank you for watching, and if I've done everything right, YouTube's going to recommend another video for you to watch.